that. I'd like to get it added this evening if we could for a first reading.
Does it need to be passed tonight on
No,
emergency?
no, just first reading.
Okay.
We have until,
First week of March.
First week of March, yeah, there's time.
Okay.
But I'd like to get it out there and
Yeah.
have people consider it and understand that it's something that I'm hoping that people on this council will look at and consider. All I'm asking that be done here is that it be placed before the voters. And it's a modest increase.
And that accounts for inflation, I'm sure.
Well, I may be wrong on this, but I don't think the salary's been increased since the early 1980s.
Right.
So,
Which would be like 34 years.
Yeah.
Plus 34 years.
So if there's I don't think I need agreement. I'd like to see it on the agenda.
Mr. President.
I think, Rich, he does have the authority.
He does under the charter to sponsor legislation, and I think that it automatically goes on, and you can all vote no, but it's on
How
the
do I-
agenda, and I don't think your ministerial function of telling Carol to put it on there has anything to do with,
Well, she
what
was
you're-
concerned because I didn't give the okay,
Right,
and that's why
right.
it's not on there.
I don't think we really need your okay. I don't think you're putting yourself in any jeopardy.
Over the
I think
weekend,
you're-
I read
Oh,
the charter,
sure.
and now it's my interpret. I agree, but at
Okay.
that point, it was too late.
Okay. So you just waive the 24-hour rule, put it down for a first reading. You got 2 more readings and before the final vote?
Councilman Roble?
Yeah, while we're at it, I'm thinking that I would really like to look into also looking at the salary for the director of law and for the council president. And it would be we aren't prepared to do that tonight, but I think it could still go on for 2 readings and we could pass it if council decides that it's worth looking into. We can introduce it in caucus or committee next week. The same thing could be applied here if we wanted to have that discussion. I have no objection to putting it on for the agenda today.
See, that's similar to what we talked about with the appointment of the law director. I mean, it's a 2-pronged thing.
Right, well,
There's putting something on the agenda, and then there's actually the act of
Right.
putting it on the ballot.
Right.
And I gave an example of when the full-time mayor was proposed.
Mhm.
I thought the idea to put it on an agenda was suitable to me. But then I got tremendous feedback from my ward, overwhelming
Mhm.
from my ward, that the community was against a full-time mayor.
Mhm.
And in response to that feedback, I did not vote to put it on the ballot. And that could happen with any piece of
Right.
legislation.
Okay.
Anyone else have any comments on this? Audience, Tom, fire away. I
Why
see you pointing
wouldn't the
down.
mayor's request go to committee first?
You don't have to by charter, but I'll.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, it is. The charter says I can introduce legislation.
But legislation customarily is introduced. You complained about the old council not discussing in committee, just coming up with ordinances and passing ordinances without discussion.
I didn't say that I didn't have the authority to introduce legislation on my own. I don't understand your comparison.
I think the first step is that it gets discussed in committee.
Well, that's what you think, but you're wrong.
Okay then. I just don't see why I wouldn't follow that process.
Read the charter.
Go on, hold on. Anything more on this one?
No.
Guys,
the
Ryan?
Just another shock, real quick. You know, out of the clear blue on a Friday. Smell something, that's all.
6 weeks to debate it.
Oh, come on. Come on.
you're gonna be here with your camera for 6 weeks, you can hear it all.
Alright.
Yeah.
And document it all.
There's something fishy going on, that's all.
I think you need to consider your own.
What?
Alright, okay, guys. So other than that, Ron, no, really, I want to hear from you.
What?
You communicated me a lot when this stuff came up 2 years ago. I
Yeah,
want to hear from you now. Seriously.
yeah.
Other than the procedure. Do you have any other comments?
No, because
Go
the
on.
comments I'd make would be directed towards a certain person. And I'm not gonna do that here. I'll do it privately to him.
Am I the certain person?
No. The guy over there that when he gets a little bit upset and he knows people are going to be asking him questions, he digs in with his finger in his jaw. He does it consistently.
I don't want anyone to be upset.
Yeah.
I want to hear
Mm.
things.
I just don't think a modest is doubling the salary
Okay.
from 16 to
That's what I wanna
32.
hear.
That's modest?
Tom, fire away.
Yeah, if it's not procedural, I think it's a terrible idea.
Okay.
I can't see the justification. The voters just beat the hell out of this thing last time when you were talking about raising it to full time. I wouldn't want to be the guy trying to sell this to voters, because I don't think it's going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You're just increasing the cost. We've done a lot of stuff to increase the cost of government already last year. This is just one more increase. I don't see how it's justified.
And these are all things that can be debated in the next 6 weeks. I don't understand
Okay, I'm
why
just
you
talking to
are
Mr.
against
Yeah,
federal
yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to have the dialogue. I want to have the dialogue. I want everybody to hear it.
Well, this is the start of what we'll hear for the next 6 weeks, I guess, but I
Fair
don't think
enough.
you're gonna get much traction with the voters on this one. You sure won't from a few of us.
Yeah.
Carol has a,
Yeah, I mean, Carol.
Granted, I want to hear more about this, but I have a couple questions floating in my head. They can be answered now or ignored. Currently, the mayor makes what?
14.
14, and the proposal is for 33,
32.
32. Have we looked at are there any other part-time mayors and what their range
Mhm.
of salary is?
Yes. Independence is 65.
Independence is a lot different, Mr.
Yeah.
Mayor.
These are all things.
A lot
that
more
can be debated.
responsibility,
I'm
too.
sorry, I think I have the floor. These are all things that can be debated in the next 6 weeks. This is just an opportunity to debate.
Right.
I don't agree that we should just shut it off because 3 guys with a video camera don't agree.
Right, I'm just
Oh,
wondering
man.
how, the salary,
And
Equates with
that
others.
information is all available.
thank you.
Anyone else? Carol?
Yeah, I just wanted to know, Mr. Mayor, how you arrived at 32,000.
Again, I think the salary has not been raised since 1983, I think. $500 a year over 36 years is 18,000. $500 a year.
Pat?
Thank you, Council President. I just think this is horrible timing. I don't know why we even bring this garbage up right now with dealing with the firefighters. I've been trying to put this to bed for, 6 months, 8 months, and we don't even have a salary range yet for the chief. We have Rockside Road. I know me and Tony and a couple others have been busting their butts trying to get this thing finished. I mean, unless the city starts raining gold, how are we gonna afford giving everyone a raise?
These can all be debated.
I mean, Rich, a couple weeks ago, he's in the same boat. He's only making, what, $8,000? I mean, every one of us, we're not getting rich doing this. I'm totally against it. And it's not, I know you work more than anybody. I know you put your time in, but you also signed up for it.
I'm not
And when you
complaining.
sign up for something, you
I'm
can't
not-
complain
you didn't
about
hear
it,
me complain. I'm not
I
complaining.
don't even wanna hear about it. Let's get these things done that we signed up to do.
I'm not
That's what I
complaining.
wanna do.
But
I wanna finish what we started, get the fire chief in here, get the fire department up and running, get some other equipment for these guys, for Jack. I mean, everyone's always wants a bigger raise.
I don't see them as mutually exclusive.
I just think you're
And this is-
bringing it up at
this
a
is-
bad time.
These are all valid points that you can raise in the next 6 weeks as it's
I
debated.
don't even wanna debate it for 6 weeks. I wanna finish the stuff that we started, and then we can talk about it. When we get Rockside Road done, and we know it's finished, and we're getting funds into the city, Myers is coming here. I mean, you've been part of all this, so. I
Not
mean,
Myers.
Well, not Myers, but we have, and it's just something else to talk about to distract us from what our true job is right now. So, I don't
So
feel
you're not,
strongly.
I hear what you're
I
saying.
understand, Mayor, I think you should make 100,000 a year at sometimes, but
This
now's
isn't
not
for
the
me,
time.
this is not for me, this does nothing for me.
Well,
I
then-
get nothing
then-
out of
Then
this.
put it to bed until we're ready.
Well, I gotta think about the city as well.
One point of clarification in your comments, Pat. Are all the other salaries that you spoke of can be done through ordinance? The change to the mayor or council salaries must be done at the ballot. So effectively, if there's no support, and I don't feel there is, this is a done issue for 5 years. So that's the difference between what some of the things you were saying.
Understood.
Okay.
And we have an election at the end of this year. And if someone's planning on running for mayor at the end of the year, they're doing it for 14,000, are we gonna get other people to jump in for 32,000?
We might,
You may.
You might, you should.
yeah.
You should motivate people to wanna run.
Yeah.
You shouldn't discourage people from running.
Then when I brought up the fact that the law department, let's put that on the ballot, let's bring that up, no one says peep about it, no one says a word about it. Except Rich, and he's got a valid point, he makes $8,000. So are we gonna jump his salary up? Then maybe you'll get other people to run for law
I'm talking about the
director.
mayor's salary.
I know you are.
I think we need to motivate qualified people to run.
Yeah, jump it up.
So can we put this on the agenda?
Well, the charter provides for it, but if we don't have two people that are gonna, make a motion to waive the 24-hour rule, I don't know where we're gonna go.
I move that we waive the 24-hour rule and put this on the agenda.
I object to it.
I say.
That's that. Okay, the mayor has an executive for,
Personnel.
and I guess mine would fly. I have an executive under personnel as well. So we got to note this. We have two motions at 7:59 to go in exec for personnel. And I motion to do this for these two reasons. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I just need council, the mayor, and the law director. Do you need anyone else?
I need elected officials and Rich department.